Hey everyone. Yesterday, my partner and I celebrated our 20-year anniversary. Yeah, I said 20. That is a long time. Now, relationships are not perfect. I can remember at least a couple of months that were not perfect, and even a whole year where we were very uncertain about the future of our relationship. But here we are at 20 years, and we are so proud to celebrate this milestone. And it just happened today on Instagram where I saw a post by the Instagram page called Greatness, and it was a post about 7 patterns of couples who made it from a couples therapist. And the original post, I believe, is by the holistic psychologist. So I'm going to go through these with you real quickly, and let's see if they are true or not. First of all, the first one that they listed, the first pattern, was having boundaries with your family members. I think this is really important. I think having boundaries with your family members, with your friends, and sometimes with each other is very important. I believe in the first few years of your relationship, these first 2 or 3 years sets the tone for the rest of your relationship. And creating boundaries is important because you have to keep each other as the number one. You are each other's priority. And it doesn't mean you care less for your mom and dad and siblings. It just means you're each other's priority. So, what does building boundaries mean? Maybe it means not sharing every single dark detail about a challenge that you and your partner are going through. Maybe it means not sharing the negatives about your partner with your family. Maybe it means not sharing about your finances with your family members. Just know that when you keep each other as your priority, you are keeping your unit protected. You're keeping your unit, your relationship, as the number one priority. And I believe this is super important. Now, listen, it takes work to build boundaries with your family. Your family may not understand because you're changing your behavior since you've met this other person, but your family will eventually get it. And I don't believe family members necessarily come from a place of bad intention, when they overreach or undermine or try to break through some boundaries. I believe they genuinely care about you. They want to see you happy. They want to make sure you're not hurt. They want to make sure that you and your partner are a right fit. But it's going to take you communicating, not ignoring, communicating with your family members when they break a boundary that you have set. The next one is that the couple were friends. It is so important to be friends. You have to like each other. Otherwise, why are you in a relationship? You have to eat together. You have to sleep together. You have to wake up together. You have to have conversations together. And if you don't like each other, if you're not friends, then what are you doing together? It's super important. It's super important to remain friends. So not only are you building your own relationship, your love relationship, you're building your friendship. And that is so important. That's how you bond. That's how you make memories. The next one, the third pattern that they mention is they had been through really dark times. I believe in this. If you are going through a dark time, or if your partner is going through a dark time, you've got to support each other. You have to be there. Once again, you are each other's number one. So support them or have them support you. Voice the support that you need. If the dark times is between the two of you and your relationship, and something has happened, someone has betrayed another, someone has lied, or someone is uncertain, you've got to work together to get to the other side. I don't believe in giving up unless you both know for certain it is time to end the relationship. But if you both love each other and you both are willing to put in the work, the other side is so worth it. And your relationship will be better for it. The next pattern is they let each other be themselves. This is important. I had to learn this actually. It took a couple of relationships and part of this current relationship to really just let my partner be my partner. And my intention isn't to change anybody, but sometimes we project our own feelings and our own values and our own responses that we would have onto our partner. And I've had to work through that one myself. But 20 years together, I believe my partner and I, for the most part, let each other just be ourselves. Because what happens is you end up giving permission to your partner, or your partner gives permission to you to be your most authentic self. And guess what? When you are your most authentic self, you are at your happiest in life. And I believe when you are in touch with your most authentic self, not only are you at your happiest, you create favorable situations for yourself, you create a positive feedback loop for yourself, and you end up manifesting easier. I think it's completely true. The next one, they had difficult conversations. This is very true. You've got to talk about what's happening in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. You have to be able to be vulnerable with one another. Even if the other person hurt you, you've got to voice it. You've got to talk to them. And vice versa. They've got to talk to you. They've got to be vulnerable with you. This is the only way you're going to grow together. And once again, you are each other's number one. If you have that in place, then it's easier to be vulnerable with each other. If you're in touch with your authentic selves, as you've given each other permission to be, you need and you should be able to talk to each other in a very authentic way. All right, so this one might be a little controversial, but the next pattern is they fought. Now, I do not believe in physical aggression at any point in any relationship. I do not believe in that. I also don't believe in emotional attacks. However, we are not perfect. We are human beings. We did not come to this earth as perfect beings. We actually came here to learn life lessons. And the one person that can help you understand yourself and grow exponentially is your partner. They are a mirror for you. So I believe fighting is really important. This can mean debating. This can mean arguing over something really small to something really big. But the goal is this. As you fight and as you argue and debate, you are learning, number one, about each other, and then you're learning about yourself. And then hopefully the goal is to learn how to better communicate honestly, empathetically, and with better emotional intelligence and how to respond and react. That to me is why fighting is so important. Also, it helps you bond more. The last one is they made light of each other's quirks. I find this so true. I mean, our quirks really make each other interesting, and it makes our partnership much more interesting. So there's a quirk that I'm going to share with you, and Aaron's probably going to kill me because I shared it with you, is in the mornings, he's been awake for an hour already. He has early meetings. When I get up, and this has been going on for 20 years, by the way, I go to the kitchen to start making my coffee or do whatever I need to do, and the counter is a complete mess, even though I know it was completely cleaned up the night before. So there might be 3 to 4 coffee cups or mugs laying around, the percolator's over here instead of in its home, on the charger, or on the burner, or whatever. Spoons are everywhere, coffee grains all over. It's literally like, what the hell happened? And I'm frustrated. And I will communicate my frustrations sometimes. And then Aaron will be like, okay, I'll try harder next time. But we've been doing this song and dance for 20 years. Now, it is a quirk of his. I've accepted it. I still voice my concerns or my frustrations, but I do not hold it against his character. And I think that's different than, just acknowledging the quirk and then communicating your frustrations. But to accept each other's quirks is also to give permission to each other to be more authentic. And that, again, is so important for your relationship, for the longevity of it. Anyhow, that's all the patterns that were listed. Maybe you have some patterns that you've recognized in your own relationship. Put it in the comments. I want to read about it. I want to talk about it. However, maybe these patterns don't apply to you. Maybe you think it's bullshit. I don't know. Put that in the comments. I really would love to hear more. And for those of you who are new to my channel or new viewers, I'm starting a series really soon. It's called Be Fucking Authentic. And I am going to talk about the topic of authenticity, which is a hot topic. But I feel like no one really dives into this. What does it really mean? And it's a 7-part series or 7-episode series. It will come out every Monday. It's literally 5 to 10 minutes long. And you can join me first thing in the morning when you get up while you're getting ready. Because I believe the first 10 to 20 minutes of your day, whatever you're doing, sets the tone for the rest of your day. Anyhow, I'm Thomas McClure with The Authentic Model. I'll see you next time.